Hello friends, welcome back, or welcome if you are new. If you are new here, my name is Elena and I'm the homeschooling mama to three. We are in the middle of our Vlogmas-ish, and the reason it's kind of a Vlogmas-ish is because not every single one is going to be a vlog. Today's episode or video is not a vlog. It's going to be more of a plan with me and how I plan to kind of restart or rejuvenate, all the words, my fitness journey. So if I can kind of recap the story really quickly, I will try, but if you've seen any number of our videos, you know I can be lengthy on the words. So way back when, no, see, I'm already getting too deep into it. A few years back, I was in really good shape. I discovered my love of macro counting. That was something that just worked out for me. And then I discovered my love of weightlifting, and I really enjoyed lifting heavy things. Now, I wasn't the girl to call if you were like moving, not that kind of weight, like heavy things moving, more of in the gym, that kind of stuff. So I joined a gym and I started lifting weights instead of just trying to hit the cardio section. And that worked out really well for me, and I got in one of the best shapes of my life. I was not by any means what you would call a supermodel. I was already a mom to three, but I was in really good shape for myself. And I was feeling really good about myself. And then life happened and we had some big life changes. And from there, it took me years to find my way back. So let's jump forward to this past summer, about maybe June or July. I decided that I really wanted to get back to that shape, or as close as I could. I really just wanted to start feeling better for myself. I felt like we were maybe going to finally be in an area where we could be more settled. As far as living, life is still crazy, as we all know, but I set out to do a 90-day goal. And I did have some ups and downs on that 90-day journey, but overall, I did start to make some leeway, or I did start to get back to feeling like the old me, where I was feeling a little more confident in myself and in my clothes, and just feeling stronger overall. And then again, I let life kind of overwhelm me, and October, November of this year, I fell off the wagon, I said, but like, it fell off and it ran me over, and then I got up and it ran me over again, and I just like threw in the towel. I was not exercising. I was not really moving my body at all. To be quite honest, some days I was just struggling so much with anxiety and worry and just letting the weight of the world crowd me in. I was just doing my best to get through the day. I really was just trying to show up for my kids and be a homeschooling mom, get our lessons done, get them outside and moving, and I wasn't taking into account taking care of myself. So that brings us to December, and it is a joyous time. It's holiday season. I love Christmas. I love the hope that it brings. And it is such a wacky kind of time to kind of restart my fitness journey, because there's all the baking, all the good foods, you know, you just kind of surround yourself with the holidays, and most people want to take a step back. But I know that if I don't just jump in and get to it, I'm just going to start feeling worse instead of better, and that's what I don't want. So I'm going to start taking a plan of action and seeing if I can get back to feeling stronger, both mentally and physically. And here's a little bit of the plan, physically wise, of what I plan to do. I will have a separate video of what I'm going to do for my mental health. I do want to say that if you struggle at all with any sort of mental health, anxiety, depression, these kinds of things, please, please, please seek professional opinions if you feel that is what you need. Do not try to tackle this on your own. I am by no means a professional, and I don't want to deter anybody from doing that, from seeking out professional help. This is just my journey and the steps that I plan on taking. And if you can glean anything from it, I am more than happy to share. So for this video, we're going to talk about how I'm going to restart my physical fitness journey and the tiny baby steps that I'm going to take to do that. So at the beginning of my journey, I went ahead and put it into my catch-all planner, which is this happy planner. I will link that video for you down below because it really did help having it. I just had a separate section here. I just had a separate section here. I created a little tab, and then here you can see I kind of started in July, and my 3 months or 90-ish days was July, August, and September. My goal was to feel better by my birthday, which is about mid-September, and I did hit that goal. I felt a little better. I was fitting in my clothes better, but it was a bumpy journey getting there. And you can see, I will link some of my videos, or I think I might even have a playlist of the fitness journey, and you can see my ups and downs in that. But I stuck with it, and I was doing it. It wasn't until I got to, I would say probably November of this year, where I just really did almost nothing. This page, I was supposed to be tracking the days I worked out versus didn't. This page, I was tracking more of my stats. I go into it more in those videos, so I'm not going to go into it in detail here. And then here I had where I was jotting down kind of just a quick journaling moment here. And then here on these pages is where I was putting in more things, my macros, the hours I slept, how I was feeling, if I was doing something for me that day, and then some of my exercise. And I was trying to do that throughout, and then how I was feeling. And then you can see I kind of stopped. Towards the end of the month, I tried to do a quick recap. I had a picture, and then I would jot down my measurements. And I did, like I said, off and on really pretty well until we get to November, and it's like completely blank, the whole thing. I didn't even bother setting up the month of November. And I can't tell you any one thing that happened. The weather changed, and I was just not feeling it, and then I was just mentally going through some things, so I didn't do anything. For the month of December, I could set it up. I am thinking that I'm using this for the month of December, finishing off my year in here, but I honestly don't really want anything that complicated. I want to take it a step back. I don't want to track this many things, and maybe it really isn't tracking that much, but to me it really does feel like it. So I'm going to ease back into it, especially knowing that this is the month of December, and I don't want to put too much pressure on myself and fall too hard back. I don't want to take 2 steps back instead of 2 steps forward, if that makes any sense. So I'm not going to actually finish off the year in my fitness in here. I'm going to use the traveler's notebook that I had set up. So I will also link that video to you. I was trying to see if I wanted to switch over to my traveler's notebook, and then just trying to see if this was something I wanted to do for next year as well. And to be honest, at the time of this filming, I'm still not sure what I want to do for next year, but I have it set up. I kind of go in and out of it. It does have our holiday planner in here. I don't know if you can hear my kids in the background, but that's mom life. So I have some of our holiday planning stuff set up in here. Again, if you want to see that, I will link that video for you as well. And then, so I am coming in this planner. So I think in here, there is, a notebook that my mom had actually gifted me, and I wasn't sure what to do with this, and so I just kind of had it sitting in here, and I was doing nothing with it, and I think I'm going to use this. So I believe that she purchased this from Hobby Lobby. Sorry, my desk is kind of always a mess, and it just is. So I believe that she purchased this from Hobby Lobby. It looks like a Hobby Lobby kind of thing to me, you know? But here it just has on the side, work it babe, date, location, mood, activity, miles and pounds, time, and reps. Down here says today's playlist, my motivation, progress report, and then I am beautiful today because, and then you get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 boxes, and then you've got this cute little character here. And it just repeats itself over and over. There's no monthly anything. It's just like this. So I'm going to tweak this a little bit for me, but it feels just a little less pressure. And I think this is going to be a good place for me to start. But like I said, I am going to tweak it a little bit because there are a couple of things that I'm going to be tracking, or a couple of things that, yeah, I guess I would say tracking, the things that I want to be keeping tabs on. So when I started my very first fitness journey, and when I say my very first, I mean the one that actually stuck and the one where I finally figured out what worked for me. I actually have been on and off fighting my weight and just my view of myself. Oh my gosh, I can date it all the way back to I think like the 4th or 5th grade. So when I say my very first, I mean the very first time it clicked for me, which was a lot later. Anyways, all I started with was walking. I started walking regularly. My oldest son at that time even would join me sometimes, and he would scooter at that time. This was a couple of years back. He would scooter next to me. He just became such a big motivator in my life. And then as I kept going, my husband was like, have you thought of weightlifting? Let's try this again. He had, bless his heart, tried before to introduce me to it, and I dug in my heels and did not want to do it. I don't know what it was. I just wasn't, I don't know what it was. Maybe it wasn't the timing. I don't know how many times I can say, I don't know. But I started with walking and just moving my body, and so that's what I want to get started with here. So here on the side, I'm going to either cover up today's playlist or leave it. It doesn't really matter, but I'm going to mark down the things that I want to do, and for this time around, I'm just going to write it in, and then we can check it off. So the idea is to use this daily. So I want to move my body. That's going to be the most important thing that I think I can start doing for myself. If I start just letting myself know that I want to move my body, I either want to walk or bike or, I don't even know, stretch, do a stretching video. There's so many things. There's so many videos, free videos on YouTube. There's also an app that I have that is free. These are some of the fitness apps that I have on my phone. The app that I'm talking about is Fit On. It is free. There is a paid version for it, but I have the free one, and it has tons of free workouts on there. Another great fitness app I love is this one called Rise. I will link the apps, if I can, down below. I love this one. The community is amazing. They're so uplifting. So that's another great one that I love. This Fit Index is one that goes to my scale, so when I step on my scale, it records it automatically. I have a Fitbit. My Fitness Pal, I was going strong. I had, I think, over a year of daily check-ins, and I let it go because I just stopped. And then this last one is All Trails. It's just to show you trails near your house, and you can see by the little cloud emoji or little sign there. I've not been using it, which is a shame. But anyways, the one that I'm talking about is this one, Fit On, and it has so much free workout. So there's really no reason for me to say I can't find a workout or I can't find something to do. So that's going to be one of the options for me. So I'm just going to kind of put some options here on the side. And then the other thing I want to do is to make sure I'm drinking water. Water is like the core of everything for me. If I'm not getting water in, I do notice that I'm cranky. And that's because if I'm not drinking water, I'm drinking coffee. My basics are water, coffee, and beer, which is awful. I know I don't drink them all on the daily, okay? So don't worry for me. So if I'm not drinking water throughout the week, I'm mostly just drinking coffee and drinking way too much of it. And that also is not helpful for my anxiety. So I want to make sure that I'm drinking my water. So I think that I will just put drink water, and then on the side here I can write how much I drank. And then if I feel like I did a good job, I can check it off. And then I want to make sure that I am taking my vitamins. I tell you, when I fall off, I just am like, I'm not doing anything then. Something in me becomes so stubborn that I don't want to do anything that I know is good for me. And in my mind, I'm like, you will feel better if you do this, but I still struggle. Anybody else? Comment down below. Let me know. Share with me. I would love, love, love to build a community again where we can just cheer each other on and be a community to help one another. So I want to make sure that I'm taking my vitamins. And then I'm going to add, is it 10,000? I think it is. 10,000 steps. Oh my gosh, how sad. I don't even know. Because some of these bad days, I was not even getting to like 5,000 steps, 4,000 steps. I was barely moving. So I want to push myself. I think my Fitbit automatically set up to 8,000 is my goal, but I'd like to get to 10,000 just because that's the number, right? There's no magic in that number, but I just want to push myself a little bit more. I'm not going to be mad if I don't get to it, but it's a number to aim for. So I'm going to put that down, and then I'm going to leave this one blank. Actually, I'm lying to you. I'm not going to leave it blank. I'm going to write journal/write. I like journaling. It's good for me, but I also think that here in this area, I'm going to leave this space to journal about my day. So this up here says progress report. And I'm going to leave it just to write down how I feel I did that day. Maybe I'll do a doodle instead, write myself a motivational quote, something, but I'm going to put something on paper. I'm going to write some actual words other than just checking off things. And so that's why I have journal/write. And then here, I think, is where I can record what I actually did to move my body. So if I walked, I'll mark that down. If I actually did a workout and I did reps and sets, I can put it on there. And if I actually do one that has more than what I can fit here, if I do like a full-on workout, I can just mark workout and then mark, where I recorded it, because most likely I recorded it in the Rise app that I showed you earlier. If I do more than one thing, then I can mark it down here too. I think this will give me a good motivation to start seeing this list actually grow. I do love that it has mood here, so that I can mark down how I felt that day, if it was, and I mean, if you're anything like me, your days are roller coasters. You can wake up in a great mood and then hit a snag halfway through and then decide to restart your day and feel better again. Or you wake up in a crappy mood and completely turn it around and have the best of the day. So, just more or less how I'm feeling. Here in this corner here that says I am beautiful today, because I'm going to put down, I'm going to leave that, but just for the sake of this so I know what I want to do, I'm going to write down wins. And here's where I'm going to write down some of my wins for the day. Things that I did that I'm proud of myself for. So even if it's something simple, like I drank all my water, or I got dressed for the day, which if you are a stay-at-home mom and there are days when you don't have to leave the house, sometimes you don't want to get dressed. But I'm going to try to push myself to at least get dressed for the day, to feel more productive and to get some stuff done. I am great with the PJ day. I've just been having too many PJ days. So I want to put that down. And then on the harder days, a win can be I got out of bed. Like some days, that's all it takes, and that you can count that as your win. I got out of bed and I showed up today. I did a load of laundry. Whatever it is, I want to start retraining my brain to recognize that there are small wins to be had throughout the day. So that's a really super simple game plan of how I'm going to set up my fitness. My restart, I'm going to start here. I'm going to start small. I'm not going to overload myself. Let me know if you'd like to see an update on this, how I'm doing with it, if I'm following through. And let me know how you're doing, if you are on a current fitness journey, get healthy, whatever you want to call it, and how I can be cheering you on. The other thing that I'm going to do is add in a couple of motivational things. So I think, I sent my pen flying. I think as a tip-in, I'm going to add in just like a little motivational board or vision board or whatever you want to call it here at the beginning of it. I'm just going to, like I said, I'm just going to tip it in and then have that as inspiration and motivation. So I'm going to put that together now. I just printed out a couple of things that meant something to me. I printed out pictures. This is a picture of when I was like really feeling strong, that first journey around. We try not to show our kids on social media, so that's why that's covered there. That was my daughter, or that is my daughter. And then just this, I had actually posted this picture on my Instagram. I am not active on Instagram right now. I'm taking a break from social media indefinitely, everywhere except here on YouTube. Again, just for myself, just to keep my mental health strong. So, but this was a post that I had put on there, and it was when I had a breaking moment in the middle of a gym session, and I changed my music over to worship, or I might have already been listening to worship music, and God was so sweet to meet me in this moment and remind me and lift me up, and I'm getting choked up just talking about it. Anyways, I don't want to forget that, and I don't want to forget that He meets me in every aspect of my life, and that He cares for me in every aspect of my life, so that was really important to me. This is from the Rise app. This is just a picture that I had, I actually think maybe my husband or my kiddo snapped it for me, and I felt really good. It was lifting. I was making some PRs, and it just felt great, so I wanted to put that in there. And then just some little quotes that I have on there. So that's gonna do it for me. I'm losing light fast. I gotta go make dinner for the kiddos and hubby too. Thanks so much for hanging out with me and talking this through with me, building up a plan. Let me know, like I said down below, if you are where you're at, if you are on a fitness or health journey, and how we can be cheering one another on. I appreciate you watching this. Truly, truly, it means the world to me and my family. We all get so excited when we hit a new number or when we see comments. It is very exciting for my little family. So thank you again for watching. If you like this video, please be sure to give it a thumbs up. And if you aren't subscribed, maybe consider joining our little YouTube family. If you are subscribed, please make sure that you have that little bell notification ticked. If you're a new subscriber, make sure you get that little bell notification so that you can catch some more of our Vlogmas-ish this year.